Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Always ready to dive in.
Awesome. So today we're tackling Bitcoin. It's been all over the news lately with some pretty wild price swings.
Yeah, definitely grabbing everyone's attention, that's for sure.
For sure. I mean, swinging between $96,000 and $102,000. That's well, that's not your typical Tuesday, right?
Definitely not. And, everyone wants to know what's driving it, right?
All right.
Who's behind this surge?
Exactly. And that's what we're going to unpack today. We've got some great info from Investopedia and investors.com.
Always solid sources.
Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, buckle up, get ready. We're going to figure out why Bitcoin is surging, who's fueling this rocket, and what it all means for you. The average Joe just trying to navigate this crazy crypto world.
Sounds like a plan. Let's get to it.
Okay, so Investopedia lays out three main reasons behind this Bitcoin surge. They say it's all about institutional investment, changes in regulations, and, good old mainstream adoption.
The big three.
Exactly. Where do we even begin?
Well, institutional investment, right. That's been a game changer. Like you've got companies like MicroStrategy, they're going all in on Bitcoin.
Yeah, MicroStrategy, they're like the poster child for this whole thing.
Right. And just recently, they just dropped another $1.5 billion into Bitcoin.
Whoa, hold on. 1.5 billion
Mm-hmm.
with a B? That's insane.
Insane is right. And that brings their total holdings to, get this, 439,000 Bitcoins.
439,000. That's
Yeah.
mind-blowing. So what does that even tell us? Like, what does it mean when a company is willing to put that much money into Bitcoin?
Well, I think it says they're seeing Bitcoin as a long-term play, not just some quick speculative thing, more like a strategic asset, maybe a hedge against inflation or a way to diversify their portfolio.
So it's not just about, trying to make a quick buck. There's actual strategy involved.
Oh, absolutely. And you got to think, when a big player like MicroStrategy makes a move like that, it sends a signal, right? It's like a green light for other institutions to start thinking, hey, maybe we should be getting in on this too.
Yeah, I see your point. Like a chain reaction, almost.
Exactly. So that's the institutional investment side of things. Now let's switch gears to regulations, because things are getting interesting there too.
Oh yeah, regulation's always a fun topic.
Right. Well, check this out. Investors.com reported that, get this, the incoming Trump administration is actually pretty pro-crypto. Like, they're even talking about creating a national strategic Bitcoin reserve.
Hold on, what? A Bitcoin reserve? Is that even a thing?
Apparently so. Imagine the U.S. government holding Bitcoin right alongside gold and other assets.
It's almost like Bitcoin is going mainstream,
Yeah.
Moving from the fringes to the big leagues.
Exactly. And if the government is backing it, even with a reserve, it's a huge stamp of approval. It could bring in a lot of investors who were, on the fence before.
Yeah, that makes sense. And speaking of going mainstream, that brings us to our third point, mainstream adoption. It's not just big companies anymore, right?
Right. Everyday businesses are starting to accept Bitcoin. You can buy coffee, book flights, even buy Tesla with Bitcoin.
Wow, it's becoming legit currency,
Yeah.
not just some abstract thing on the internet.
Yeah. And as more businesses get on board, the more demand for Bitcoin grows. And you know what happens when demand grows?
Prices go up. Which brings us back to the surge we're seeing. But let's be real for a sec, okay? Even with all this positive news, Bitcoin can be a wild ride.
I'd say that's an understatement.
Right. I mean, remember those price swings we talked about earlier? 96,212 to 102,738. That kind of volatility. It makes you think twice before jumping in.
Definitely. I mean, it's exciting, but it's not for the faint of heart. That's why both Investopedia and Investors.com really emphasize the importance of, doing your research before investing.
Research is key. Actually understanding what you're getting into, right?
Yeah.
Not just FOMOing into something you don't really get.
Exactly. Knowledge is power, especially in the crypto world. Stay informed, watch the market indicators, and then make your decisions.
Great advice. So to recap, we've got these huge companies investing billions, the government potentially getting involved, and everyday businesses hopping on the Bitcoin train. It's all creating this crazy surge in price. It's a lot to process.
It is. But, even though we can't predict the future, understanding the forces at play, the why behind the surge, that's what's important.
I love that. So what do you think, listeners? What does the future hold for Bitcoin? Is this just the beginning, or is it all going to come crashing down? Let us know your thoughts and keep on exploring this wild world of crypto.
And remember, do your research.
Always. All right, that's it for our deep dive today. See you next time.
See ya!